I was sitting here reviewing this Surface Finish Project toolpath and looking at what it took to make that toolpath actually work. What were some of the options that had to be done, some of the geometry in this case that had to be created to create this type of toolpath across that upper faces of the part. And said, there might be another way to do that just as cleanly. And I'm also reviewing too is how it rolls over the edges and how the tool comes into the cut. So I'm going to actually use a tool path called Surface Finish Blend, and I'm going to actually use control rails to define where the cut will start and where the cut will end. So for this case, I'm going to go ahead and use create. I'm going to use the silhouette boundary. I'm going to go ahead and select the top faces, the area I want, these faces here. So I'll go ahead and select along real quickly here. And I'm going to say OK. Let that get projected above. I'm going to grab this geometry real quickly and make it a little bit thicker for visual. I'm going to go ahead and remove because it doesn't have to be a closed containment, and actually it does not want to be a closed contained area. I'm going to extend the end so I can get the tool to go a little farther out because it still uses the thought of center of tool to the center line of the geometry. So using that thought of adding that extension of maybe 260 using a 250 ball end mill. So I've got what I need there. So now I'm going to go ahead and use the toolpath, finish, blend, using the drive faces, in this case, that face, this face. And then, oh, wait a minute, do I need to pick the faces? I don't have to pick the individual faces because I have control rails. So I'm going to unselect all, and I'm going to use the option of solid body. I'm just going to select the whole model. We have our drive surfaces. We have no check surfaces needed. Containment is not an option, but blend is. So using the blend, it's asking for the blend define chain 1. So I'm going to want the tool to start and enter from this end here, and I would like it to move back and forth until it meets up with this other chain. So I'm going to go ahead and select that as my secondary. Say OK. Green check. Using the existing tool, 1/4 inch ball end mill. Of course, I'd like to give it a little bit of a clearance plane on that, and I'm going to go ahead and give this 15,000 step over. I'm going to step back to surface parameters and define how I want the tool to get into the cut. So using the select options, I would like it to come parallel with the path, 0, the angle. So as I look over here at the part and how it sits, I'd like that tool to come in at a 45-degree angle. So I'm going to try 365 degrees minus 45. And I would like it to start 200 thousandths away. And I'm going to say OK. Say OK again as it builds the tool path. So now I'm just going to pull over here so we can see this and set that up for back plot. So now we can see the tool comes down and then engages with the material and follows that surface just like a flow line would, continuously back and forth until it gets to the end. And of course, if I wanted to, I could pull the tool out at a different angle if I wanted. I hope you find this option, if you don't know about this option, as another good option looking at a particular shape like this compared to Surface Finish Project.